streaming.
Thank you.
Uni Radio, imagining a better world.
Because of the music.
All right, good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Core City right here on 106.9 FM Go Uni Radio. And of course, it's a very beautiful day. Thank God it's Friday, and we're so excited to be in the studio this
Mm-hmm.
morning. And if as you always know it, this is Good Morning Core City with your favorite host, Chike, and Esther, my lady with a golden voice.
Mm,
How you doing this morning, Esther?
I'm doing good. I feel good. Today is a beautiful morning. Yeah.
Yes, every day is actually a beautiful morning, and today is yet another beautiful morning, right?
Yes, of course.
All right, welcome to Good Morning, Co City, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Yes, of course, you just have to do well because you have it all in you to do well. Well, Esther certainly is going to give us something awesome this beautiful
Beautiful.
morning
Yeah,
for us
yeah.
to be in the right frame of mind as we go about our business today. All right, right here on Good Morning, Co City, you know how we do it. All you need to do is just sit back and just have a fun time with us for the next 1 hour. We're going to be together to make it fun together. All right. And right about now, we will be going into our morning, Good Morning, Cool City morning motivation with Esther. Esther is going to tell you how we're going to feel today. And afterwards, we look through the weather report, and certainly we're going to go on a short musical break. And when we come back, we will look through our top stories for today. Remember, you can always join us live right here in the studio by calling us on 081 8888 1069. Repeat 081 8888 1069 or on 080 76246701. I repeat 080 76246701. Let's hear your contributions to our top stories. And of course, you can as well send out shout out messages to your friends, your family, and even your fans,
Yeah.
because some of you have fans out there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is just sit back and just keep having an awesome moment with us, because I promise you it's going to be an awesome moment. So remember, you can always join us live on Facebook at Going Radio 1069 FM Enugu, and on YouTube at 106.9 Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM. And of course, if you go there, you're gonna see myself and the pretty Esther sitting beside me, who when you look at her, um you feel motivated. Yeah, waiting for me.
Okay.
All right, Esther, tell us how we're gonna feel today.
All right. First of all, as usual, I'm gonna greet you guys. Good morning, beautiful people, and happy Friday, the 16th of January, 2026. If you're listening right now, take a moment to smile. I mean, you've made it through another week of effort, routines, responsibilities, and quiet victories, and that alone is something to be grateful for. You know, Fridays come with a special kind of relief, the kind that reminds us to breathe a little easier and
Mm.
move a little lighter. As you step into today, I hope you carry gratitude in your heart for the strength that brought you this far. This morning, let go of pressure to be perfect, okay? You've done your best this week, and that is enough. Celebrate the progress you've made, even if it feels small. Rest when you need to. Rest when you need to. I need a speaker to do this.
Esther, you know, like leave me, Abby.
Rest when you need to. And he knows why I'm doing this, but anyways.
Eh.
So rest when you need to and finish strong when you can. And so everyone going back, everyone heading to school, work, or just trying to wrap up the week, go into today with calm confidence. Choose kindness, choose patience, and choose joy even in the little moments. As you prepare for the weekend and your heart find reasons to smile. And from my heart to yours, I wish you a smooth, successful, and joyful Friday.
All right, and there's it. Rest when you can, and there's emphasis on rest when you can.
To
People
you,
like Esther has to know how to when to rest. Like I always tell
people
Esther,
like
rest,
Esther.
rest. Of course, you don't rest, Esther. You don't sleep. You're always
You
working.
have a
No, 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 no. Like I need to tell you this thing from the bottom of my heart. I care a lot about you, and I need you to rest. Like
right.
seriously, you don't. You always work. You always, yeah. Of course, it's good to read. It's good to
Mm.
prepare. But when it becomes excessive, of
You know,
course,
he's actually talking about
you're
himself
pursuing success. When it
because
becomes excessive, no, no, I'm talking about you, Esther. When it becomes excessive, that's when you need to take a deep breath and
we're
then
just
pause.
trying to advise him because
Do
he's
I
not
look like
listening
do I
to
look like
me.
someone who doesn't get
Yes,
enough rest?
yes, you
Eh,
do.
I actually look brighter than you. Yeah, I know you look
Ooh,
prettier
that
than
is
me.
a low
No, calm
blow.
down. You look prettier than me. Yes, of course. Now you're the pretty girl. I'm a man. A man doesn't look pretty.
Okay, that was a low blow, but I'll let that pass.
Hey, all right. This is the Good Morning Co City, and hope you are having good time. Already,
Yeah.
you've heard Esther, and all you need to do is go out there. And but before you go out there, I'll pay attention to your activities for today and articulate them so that you won't waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
Chasing shadows, right?
Yes, yes, inside.
All right. This is the Good Morning Co City, and next is weather report, and Esther has the weather report for
Right.
us this beautiful Friday morning.
Let me take it off. Okay. All right, across Nigeria today, the sun is firmly in control, right? From the north to the coast, skies remain mostly clear, and temperatures are climbing higher than we typically expect for mid-January. While traces of the Hamatan still linger in some parts of the north, much of the country is experiencing white and bright sunshine around this time. We are experiencing dry air and intense daytime heat, making it important to stay weather aware and health conscious throughout the day. So let's look at today's conditions across five major Nigerian cities and, of course, Enugu. And as usual, we start with Lagos. Lagos today is primarily sunny with a gentle touch of westerly breeze. That they'll be experiencing a high of 32 degrees Celsius, which will be easing to 24 degrees overnight. So there'll be heat combined with high humidity, which can cause fatigue quickly. So make sure you drink water regularly, and even if you don't feel thirsty, uh, chicken, nice, that's on point. Mm. And avoid prolonged exposure to the sun. So Lagos will be enjoying a classic tropical day and they'll be having bright sunshine, which will be reflecting the city's endless movement today. So while the coastal breeze offers brief moments of relief, it's still going to be warm, lively, and unmistakably Lagos. You know how Lagos is like. And then moving to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, they'll be having intense sunshine today. They'll be having a scorching high of 38 degrees Celsius, which will be dropping to 20 degrees Celsius at night. So it will be good for you if you avoid strenuous outdoor activities during peak sun hours. Wear light clothing and can wear your shades, which are essential to prevent heat exhaustion. And in Kano, it will be sunny there with a gentle breeze. They'll be having a high of 33 degrees and a low of 14 degrees Celsius. So they might be having residual Hamatan dust. Yeah, they'll be having dust in the atmosphere, which may affect breathing. So if you know you have asthma or allergies, you should consider face masks if you are in Kano. And of course, never don't forget to stay hydrated. And in Port Harcourt, the Garden City, they'll be having sunny intervals with a high of 36 degrees Celsius and a low of 23 degrees. So high moisture levels can make the heat feel heavier. So you should wear loose, breathable cotton clothing and take breaks when you need. And in Ibadan, the ancient city, they'll be having sunny intervals with warm conditions, and they'll be having a high of 35 degrees Celsius and a low of 22 degrees Celsius. So it would be nice to keep your windows ventilated but closed during dusty periods to limit harmattan particles indoors. And yeah, we are now here at home at Enugu, the coast city. Today is going to be sunny with light winds. We'll be experiencing a high of 36 degrees Celsius and a low of 23 degrees Celsius. So we're expecting very high ultraviolet levels today. So you should apply sunscreen and you can wear a protective hat or sunglasses if you'll be outdoors in the afternoon or in the mid-afternoon. So Coast City is bathed in brilliant golden glow. I mean, it's going to be beautiful this morning. It's going to be clear. We'll be having open skies, and that's just typical dry season weather. Funny enough, we'll not be experiencing Hamilton. It's going to be hot today, so just wear breathable clothing, drink your water, just like Chike just took some
Yeah, because I was
mouthfuls
about telling
of
you
his
just
water.
if you need water, because it seemed like you need this water more than me.
I don't think I'm fine.
Mm.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much,
So
Esther,
that's your weather
for
update. Yeah.
the weather update, and that's an interesting one. Already, we know that it's a dry season, and but of course, it's good for you to know how to go about the day so that
Yes.
it won't choke you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Esther, did you realize that this is actually the we've gotten to the half of the month,
Right.
so
We have
15 days, no, 16 days
in
into January and
January.
16 days into the year. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Like, when I look at the 16 days we spent so far, like these are counting my blessings, right?
Yeah, you need to
And
count your blessings.
are you counting yours?
Of
I need
course
to
I
count my
am. You
blessings.
don't
That's
need
what
to.
you're
You don't
telling
need to
me.
count both.
At least
And also it's
one of the
Friday.
blessings I'm counting is the fact that you're here.
Oh, that's so
Chai,
sweet.
chai.
Oh, so just touched my heart. Thank you for that. It feels good. And same here too. I'm always sitting down with Chiki, and he's always
Mm,
yapping. You know what it means to yap? He does
mm,
that a lot.
mm.
I'll just let that
Okay.
slide.
All right, this is the Good Morning Cool City right here on 106.9 FM going the radio. And of course, we're counting our blessings. And it is
Yeah.
16 days into the month of January. And so far, so good. It's been good. Yes, I
Mhm.
know out there for you, it's been good. No matter the challenge, just know it's been good. Because so far, you're alive. You have, at least you're better than the ones those
Yes,
that are
you've
dead,
got
right?
hope. Mhm.
Yes, there's hope. So far, there's life. And of course, it's our collective responsibility to make our environment a better place. All right, we're
Yes.
gonna go on a short musical break with this one. Count my blessings,
Oh,
actually.
that's what you're saying.
Uh,
Count your
yeah,
blessings. Okay, nice.
sharp. So this one from Johnny Drew, Count My Blessings. And when we come back
Mm.
together, we'll go through our top 10 stories for today. Don't just die. This is the Good Morning City with myself, Chike, and Esther in the
Mm.
house.
Okay.
Gary Uni Radio. I take count my blessings, I take count my blessings, I take count. It's plenty more than count. Hello, my brother. I know my brother. God did it for me, and He will do it for you one way or another. I don't worry, 'cause I know He got me. He done make me break it dance. He done make me clap my hands. He done make me turn around. He done make me shout hallelujah. He done make me break it dance. He done make me clap my hands. He done make me turn around and shout hallelujah. As I did, my blessings I take, my blessings I take count. He's plenty for me. Ojoojúmọ́ I take, my blessings I take count. You know, she say I take bounce. He's plenty for I'm with my man, city money coming on a day. You know what they crave. The man I've been trading. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Godfrey Okoye University Radio. Every street corner and block. The urban evolution. Mixing the widest variety of your favorite music. Say, call me. Go Uni Radio. 106.9.
All right, welcome back. This is still Good Morning Core City right here on 106.9 FM going in the radio. And of course, it's myself, Chike, and Esther in the studio, dishing it hot for you this
Yes.
beautiful Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. We're
Thank God it's
excited that you're
Friday.
excited that today
It's
is Friday.
Friday.
Of course, this time for us to go through our top 10 stories for today. And we have a lot in store for you because Nigeria is one beautiful country where it's more like
Of
one
course,
day,
there's
one
always
funny,
something.
one bizarre, one when one sometimes horrendous.
Yeah.
But then let's dive right into it.
All right.
Our top 10 stories for
Mm,
today.
let's do it. Earmarks 113.7 billion naira for school feeding and scholarships. Okay, the federal government has proposed a total of 113,764,000 naira for key interventions in the education system for the 2026 fiscal year. An examination of the 2026 appropriation bill lists the interventions to include school feeding, scholarships, out of school children programs, and security infrastructure across Unity colleges. Tinubu had on December 19, 2025, presented a budget estimate totaling 58.18 trillion naira to a joint session of the National Assembly. A breakdown of the educational allocation showed that 28 billion naira was earmarked for the provision of security infrastructure in 118 Unity colleges, including perimeter fencing and solar powered electricity. The government also set aside 1.4 billion naira for the servicing and verification of 8,337 scholars under the federal government scholarship awards for the years 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. The beneficiaries are students in public tertiary institutions. All right, so that is. What do you think about this?
Part of the efforts that they are taking to take education very serious. School feeding
Mm-hmm.
is, we are not the first doing it. Most countries, most developed countries, and even underdeveloped countries are doing it.
And
And
then
then
security too.
security as well, and then scholarship. But then somebody will say 113.7 billion naira might actually be too small compared to what is required
Right.
for that because of how important it is to our
Mm,
socioeconomic development as a people. And then another issue there is it's not just about disbursing the funds, it's about implementation and
yeah.
then ensuring that corruption is not the order of the day. Because so far so good. Before now, corruption has always been the order of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's still a welcome development
Yes.
for the country because education is essential,
Yeah.
and as an essential thing for us as a nation, we should do everything possible to make sure that at least it's attractive and it's geared towards our collective development.
So we just watch and see how it will be implemented.
All
That's
right,
just it.
and it's not just watching and see; it's
Mm.
about monitoring our citizens
Mm-hmm.
because we have every right, responsibility. I'm talking to myself as well,
Mm.
for us to start monitoring how budgets are being implemented because it seems like there's this lackadaisical attitude
Yes,
amongst
on the side of citizens.
citizens
Yeah.
in monitoring budgetary implementations, which of course is our collective responsibility because the money being spent is your money
Yes. It's the money.
because we pay the taxes, we generate
Mm-hmm.
the revenues. All right. Still on our top stories this morning, we have Lagos Inland Revenue Service, that's LIRS, fixes January 31 deadline for 2025 tax returns. All right, the story has it that the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service has retreated the statutory deadline of January 31, 2026 for all employers of labor in the state to file their annual tax returns for the 2025 financial year. In a statement issued on Thursday, the executive chairman of LIRS, Dr. Ayodele Subara, reminded employers that the obligation to file annual returns is in line with the provisions of the Nigeria Tax Administration Act 2025. Subara explained that employers are required to file detailed returns on emoluments and compensation paid to their employees, as well as payments made to service providers, vendors, and consultants, and to ensure that all applicable taxes due for the 2025 year are fully remitted. He emphasized that the filing of annual returns is a mandatory legal obligation and warned that failure to comply would attract statutory sanctions, including administrative penalties, as prescribed under the new tax law.
Oh wow. Well, citizens, get ready. I mean, it's time for us. I mean, there's
Well,
sanctions.
because it's actually the law, because according to Section 14
Yeah,
of the Nigerian Tax
it's
Administration
our job.
Act 2025, employers are required to file detailed annual returns of all emoluments paid to employees, including taxes deducted and remitted to the relevant tax authority. So
Mm.
the Act stipulates that such returns must be filed and submitted no later than January 31 of each year.
Oh wow.
So the point is, this is the law, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just being implemented. So it just for employers of labor, companies,
Yeah.
institutions to get their acts right,
Mm-hmm.
and then ensure that they
Okay.
submit their tax
Mm-hmm.
returns. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing, because every every country does it. So it's not like it's
Yes.
one new thing in Nigeria. But the
She said for the
point the
new
point
thing.
is the point is implementation. The level of implementation right now in the country is stepping up.
Mm.
And then, but the poignant question every Nigerian is asking is, it's not just about collecting taxes.
Yes.
It's about what these taxes will be done with,
Yeah.
so that it won't be like we collect, we pay, and then people siphon it
Mm-hmm.
through bogus projects.
All right, for the next sub story, European Union removes Nigeria from financial crime high risk list. Okay, the European Union has officially removed Nigeria from its list of high risk jurisdictions for money laundering and terrorism financing, a decision expected to ease cross border transactions and improve investor confidence. The update was published on the European Commission's website and follows Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force grey list in 2025, following a series of anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing reforms. Under the new decision, enhanced due diligence requirements applied to transactions involving Nigeria will be lifted from January 29, 2026, subject to procedural approval by the European Parliament and the Council of the European Union. Explaining the move, the European Commission said the update reflects decisions taken by the FATF as its June and October 2025 plenaries, where several countries were removed from the list of jurisdictions under increased monitoring. What do you
Well,
think about
that's
this?
a good one for
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. It spells good for our image as a country.
Yes, it's good news for
Because
investors
being
too.
removed from financial crime high risk list is a good one, because
Mm-hmm.
people can now come back to invest in the country
Yes.
without having to fear. Because one thing about negative narrative about a country is that it has a way of giving a blanket generalization of the whole people.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody sees Nigerians as scammers. Okay, just look at what the US did, placing Nigeria as country of particular concern. That means all
Right.
of us are terrorists. That means all of us are risk,
Yes.
risk to the society, and which is not true. It's just few of us doing it.
Mm.
But the thing is, if government does not do um acts like, if, because all these things we're talking about in Nigeria are in other countries, yes,
Yes.
but then
Yes.
the difference between us and some of these countries is just like, in some of these countries you see that government at least is making efforts, like
Mm.
they're trying to fix this.
And
But
I
ours,
think
it seems like
Nigeria. Mm-hmm.
there's this lackluster attitude, like
Well,
nobody
the fact that
cares.
we've been removed from the list, it shows
Yeah,
that
yeah, but then
something
they
is
didn't just
happening.
wake up to remove us. They saw the reforms.
Yes,
They
the
saw
reforms. Yeah.
a strategic step towards correcting it. Yes, of course, you can't stop all the crimes. You
Mm-hmm.
can't you can't really be everywhere, because if there is no if there's no crime, there will not be law enforcement officers. That's the
Yes,
point now.
that's the point. But then we
So
need this to be sustained.
of
It has to
course,
be
at least they
sustained.
have
Yeah.
seen that we are
Mm.
taking the right step towards the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
The good step towards the right direction, and then they now have to do the needful, and which is a
Yes,
good one for
it's a
Nigeria,
good
and
one.
then for our international image. Congratulations to Nigeria.
Yes, congratulations to us.
All right, on our next story, Tinubu absent as Shetima presides over Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Okay, the story has it that in the absence of President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima presided over the Armed Forces Remembrance Day activities on Thursday. The president, who has been out of the country since last year, is currently attending a summit at the United Arab Emirates. Usually, the commander-in-chief presides over the occasion, but in his absence, Shettima led the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, members of the Federal Executive Council, National Assembly, service chiefs, and diplomatic corps to honor the nation's fallen and living heroes. While the event, which involved the laying of wreaths at the National Arcade in Abuja, was the climax of activities for the 2026 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day. All right. So,
Oh.
well, that's
Yeah,
just
yesterday
that's
I just not remembering. I don't know. This wasn't really like publicized. I was looking at some people's reactions online that the president was supposed to be here. I mean, in person to
yeah,
commemorate this particular day.
the thing is, yes, the president is not around, but actually, yes, the president is supposed to be because
And he's the
this
president
is
in chief of
done
the armed forces.
once
Yes.
every year. The thing is, we need to start asking the right question. We need to
Questions.
start ensuring that whoever is elected the president takes the job seriously. Because the
Right.
fact remains that this happens once in a while and we are honoring our fallen heroes.
Yeah.
People who are
Put their lives on the
sacrificing their
line.
lives
Yeah.
for who have actually sacrificed their lives for our collective safety.
Yeah.
And things like this you need to be around unless under extreme condition which has to do with ill health.
Yeah.
Every other summit could wait. Or you
True.
could send representative there. Or you could
Yes.
just do the thing and just go over to that summit and all this. Because I see other countries perform the ritual. I don't see them delegating it.
And he's the chief of the armed forces. I mean, he's supposed to be here.
All right, but unfortunately, it's Nigeria, and then it's something that we've always been saying. All right.
Okay, for the next sub story, robbers linked to proscribed group arrested in Anambra. The Anambra State Police Command has arrested two suspected armed robbers linked to a proscribed secessionist group following a 2-hour gun battle at Enugu Agidi Junction in Dunukofia local government area of the state. The duo was arrested in the early hours of Wednesday after a gun deal with a 5-man robbery gang. The command spokesperson SP Tochukwu Ikenga said the arrests marked another significant operational breakthrough in the command's sustained efforts to rid the state of criminal elements and ensure the safety of lives and property. He added that the police operatives attached to the Rapid Response Squad, or KUZU, carried out the operation based on credible and actionable intelligence after laying an ambush for the 5-man group of armed hoodlums. What do you think about this?
Well, it's just that thing we're talking about the increase in crime and the reactionary efforts by the police. Of course, the police is trying to do their job, and which is awesome. But then, I think we should find a way of stepping up our game in this country.
Yes.
You know, intelligence gathering has a way of helping out stem this thing. And then let's not forget the fact that even amidst whatever reason that we're talking about in the country, there will always be crime, and then there will always be criminal elements amongst us who will always want the shortcut to whatever success. But then
I'm glad they were caught and
I'm so
arrested.
glad they
Yeah.
were caught and arrested, and of course, that should that should be a warning to other criminals.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they don't heed the warning.
They don't listen. They be like,
Criminals will always be amongst us, and that's just like I said earlier. That's why the police exist.
yes, yes.
All right, our next story for today, we have this interesting story. I think Esther, this story is an interesting story that you would love to read out yourself.
I should read it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. The next sub story says the landscape beneath Antarctica's icy surface revealed in unprecedented detail. Yes, I actually am quite interested in this. Okay, a new map has unmasked the landscape beneath Antarctica's ice in unprecedented detail. Something scientists say could greatly enhance our understanding of the frozen white continent. Researchers use satellite data and the physics of how Antarctica's glaciers move to work out what the continent might look like beneath the ice. They found evidence of thousands of previously undiscovered hills and ridges and say their maps of some of Antarctica's hidden mountain ranges are clearer than ever before. While the maps are subject to uncertainties, the researchers believe the new details could shed light on how Antarctica will respond to climate change and what that means for sea level rise. All right, this is I love this because it's not just about curiosity in geography, right? This is what
Mm.
concern. This is of global concern because this sea level, these glaciers in the Antarctica. Antarctica is a very, I mean, it's a very cold place. It's filled with glaciers. I mean, it's frozen. It has a landmass that is completely frozen. And this fun fact, Antarctica has 90% of the world's ice. That's
Mm.
90%. And then 70% of the world's fresh water comes from Antarctica. So for a place like this, it is of global concern because if anything happens, I mean, because of global warming, we talked
Mm.
about how the world was gradually heating up. I mean, everywhere is getting hotter
Last
and
year was
hotter.
actually the
It was
hottest year.
hottest. It was the hottest. So when the world is gradually warming because of global warming, it will affect sea level. It will continue to rise. And then you know what that can mean for many places. It could be floodings, the case of floodings or mudslides or all these things. So yeah, this is a very good news because I mean we have better understanding of what is beneath those ice, those glaciers. So this is a win for the people who are interested in science, science enthusiasts. Yeah,
Yeah, like you,
like
Esther.
me.
Hmm.
So
All
right.
right, but that's actually a very well, it's just like you said, like
Mm,
it's going to be a new frontier for scientists to research, to explore
yeah,
all new discoveries in
right.
Antarctica.
And also understand climate change. I mean for the future, because I mean it's very important.
All right. And then our next story, Morocco coach anticipates Senegal final. All right. The story has it that after beating Nigeria to reach the Africa Cup of Nations final on home soil, Morocco coach Walid Regragui shifted focus to the final against Senegal, saying it will be a superb matchup when they face off on Sunday. Morocco edged out Nigeria 4-2 on penalties after a 0-0 semi-final contest at the Prince Moulay Abdullah Stadium in Rabat on Wednesday. Goalkeeper Yassine Bounou saved two penalties as the Atlas Lions booked their place in the final for the first time since 2004.
Wow.
Bono, who plays for Saudi Pro League club Al Hilal, produced decisive saves to deny Samuel Chukwueze and Bruno Onyemaechi and propel the Atlas Lions one step closer to continental glory. Yusuf Nesiri took the decisive kick for Morocco after Bono had stopped Onyemaechi's effort. Now Eyanu and Paul Onuachu converted the first penalties for Morocco and Nigeria, respectively, before Stanley Wambali saved Hamza Egamen's efforts to give Nigeria the upper hand. Speaking after the game, Regragro touched on the final meeting against the Teranga Lions, who reached the stage after defeating Egypt 1-0 in their other semi-final fixture at the Grand Stade of Tangier.
No, this is huge for Morocco. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they are the
of
hosts,
course he has
and they have
to.
actually been impressive. They have been impressive throughout the
Yes, they
tournament,
have
and
been.
congratulations to them. Because when
Mm-hmm.
I watched, I didn't watch the match actually because I don't like watching Nigerian match because of hypertension, my dear sister.
Have you? But then,
I don't
yeah,
like watching Nigerian matches because almost the thing gives me a lot of blood pressure, high blood pressure. So I
yeah.
hate it. I just want, okay,
Just
guys,
want to watch the
watch
highlights.
watch.
Oh,
I don't
what
even watch.
happened?
I watch the highlights.
Okay,
Besides, I'm not really a football person, but then
okay.
play. I'll read the news. If they win, you guys, bad.
What
Oh.
the?
Hey, we don't win.
And you know how we roast other countries on social media.
We are Nigerians, of course, but we can become better. We can become better.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to, because football seems like the only thing uniting us, but it shouldn't be the only thing uniting us because it's just an illusion. After the football, after the game, we all go back to how it used to be. Other thing is the biggest factor that should unite us as a country is
Mm.
the
All African Music Awards. He described their performance as proof of the country's growing influence in African and global music. According to a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, on Thursday, the president said the success of the artists reflected the depth of talent, creativity, and hard work that define Nigeria's music industry. He also added that their achievements had made the nation proud. I warmly congratulate our and urge you to continue to see your talent on that their achievements had made the nation proud. I warmly congratulate our and urge you to continue Onanugu quotes Tinubu as saying. What do you think?
well,
What do you think?
well, congratulations the story has it that two Nigerians, Chukwudi Okafor, 31, and Samuel Eze, 34, who are living in India, have been arrested for allegedly beating their friend Emeka Christian to death following a dispute over a woman in Pune, India. Chai. The story report on Wednesday, the victim, a 40-year-old garment trader legally residing in India with a visa valid until 2020. What began as a friendly gathering reportedly escalated into a heated argument over a romantic relationship involving the woman. One of the accused was in a relationship that's today's, which led to a quarrel, a police source told India Today. The disagreement continued late into the night and escalated around 3 a.m. when Emeka decided to leave the apartment. The argument turned violent when the victim tried to leave. He was beaten with a hard object, causing serious injuries, India Today quoted police sources as saying. So as he was leaving the flat, the accused followed him to the parking area and attacked him with a hard object, a senior police officer told India Today. The victim reportedly collapsed after being brutally assaulted. He was rushed to a hospital by Gift Otta, the vice president of the Nigerian Students' Union in Pune, but was declared dead while receiving treatment. What began as a verbal dispute turned into a fatal assault, Senior Police Inspector Masing Patil told India Today. So the police confirmed the arrest of the two suspects and said efforts are ongoing to track down other possible accomplices, as investigators believe up to 4 people may have been involved.
This is appalling. That's why I keep saying, I keep emphasizing anger management. This one, he knew what he was doing. He was not even in the heat of the moment because the guy was about to leave, and then you hit him with something that you know could kill him. Anyways, I just pray that, and I'm not going to pray. I know
No,
the Indian government will not let this slide.
of course they
I
have been
mean,
they've been arrested, and of course,
mhm.
being foreigners, they will be so hard on them.
Come on, this is messy. You
They'll be
go
so
to
hard
another
on them.
country and then you kill your brother. I mean,
They're so hard on
they're
because
both
of the woman.
Nigerians,
They are
right?
both Nigerians. They're all Nigerians actually, and
Crazy.
unfortunately, it is what it is. Well, I just hope the full rest of the law falls down on them because it's just crazy. How can
Mm-hmm.
you be just killing people,
Problem
harming?
with that, you know?
I know you want
Yes.
to push it to men, but it's not a man
Oh,
something.
yes.
It's like no women get. It's not.
As he goes for re-election in 2027. Competent sources stated that forces from the United States have indicated preference for him beyond 2027. Excuse me. Following this, it was Lucas is set to top the list of those being tipped as possible vice presidential candidates to President Tinubu on the All Progressives Congress ticket in 2027. Also mentioned is former Speaker of the House of Representatives, um, retired Honorable Yakubu Dogara, and Minister of Defense, Lieutenant General Christopher Musa, sorry. Kuka is from Kaduna State, like General Musa, while Dogara is from Bauchi State. Sources revealed that dropping Vice President Kashim Shettima as running mate to President Tinubu in 2027 has been touted since the midterm of the government. While most APC governors are backing the retention of Shettima in the 2027 election, what do you think about this?
It's actually funny when we are talking about these things because Jesus, for crying out loud, do you know who Kuka is? He's currently the
Benue
governor of
State,
Benin State.
yeah.
Is a priest.
That's a whole
To
lot
take up
of
a political position, like
responsibility.
I've never heard that. Like I don't know. Like so far, I've never heard that. I may be
Mm,
wrong. I've never. I don't say that it is impossible.
impossible, but then
I'm not saying it's impossible, but
yeah.
like I've never heard that
And
a
he tops
bishop
the list
left.
though.
Well, it's just speculation. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think why people are speculating something like this is because of the tone of. If you know Martin Kuka very well, he has
Mm,
always been a vocal critic. He's been a
okay.
fiery speaker when it comes to
Wow.
national issues.
Okay.
He has a way of intelligently articulating issues, and then being also an influential speaker. People
Mm-hmm.
listen to him. So then seeing him, seeing the level of postulations he's actually been given ever since, especially ever since the US targeted in
Yeah, targeted.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
There are statements he released that the killing in Nigeria is not just Christians. And of course, in fairness to him, in fairness to the bishop, he isn't right because killings is just he just but
Yes.
then we are because of the emotion attached to it, and then because of the complexity of issues in the country, a lot of people started accusing him of being a sellout. And
Mm.
then so no, I'm not surprised that his name has been included.
And they said that speculations also said that the United States they want Nigerian
No,
leadership
of
to
course,
include both
yeah, yeah,
Muslim and
because the
Christians.
thing is, even before the emergence of this leadership of this
Yeah.
current